they've been told, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. Yet, these are people that used to run 5 miles a day and now can't run at all.
A Birmingham doctor says he's offering hope to those who have been told there's nothing wrong. His pioneering research into long COVID as a disease in the veins, not just lungs, is gaining global attention.
This as he collaborates with medical researchers around the world. WVTM 13's Brittany Decker spoke to him about what he's discovered and how people have come here from all around for treatment.
Most of the patients that I see, especially the ones that are from out of state, usually have seen upwards of 50 doctors by the time they see me. And most of the doctors have told them that there's nothing wrong.
Take James Riley, for example. He was in top shape until a routine test in March of 2021, revealing an asymptomatic COVID-19 case. And after a Navy-required vaccination that summer, he started to have excruciating pain in his left leg. Soon he was crawling to get around. Riley tried many treatments to ease his pain, but it persisted. Andy Sink's battle with the Delta variant in August 2021 led to hospitalization, but he says the traditional treatment
didn't work in my case. Very, very sick, but chose to leave the hospital. And it was from there that I got treated.
Dr. Vaughn treated him, and I literally watched every single day these drugs and treatment work.
Behind these personal struggles, a different approach from Dr. Jordan Vaughn, internal medical specialist and CEO of MedHelp Clinics in Birmingham.
Over 2,000 people now, and the success has been incredible.
He explains at first doctors thought COVID-19 was just a respiratory illness similar to the flu, causing symptoms like a cold or trouble breathing. But studying the virus more, Dr. Vaughn realized it's a disease affecting blood vessels and how oxygen is delivered and moves around the body. This explains why some people continue to experience ongoing issues known as long COVID, even after recovering from the initial infection.
Teeny little vessels are either have a little bit of sludge, or in a sense, they are damaged in a way that doesn't allow those red blood cells to get out there. You're going to have pretty significant problems.
He's helped people with ongoing vision problems, brain fog or fatigue, balance, or issues with the heart.
Long COVID was, oh, wow, there's this whole other set of people that they're alive, but they're the 35-year-old, 40-year-old lawyer that can't walk up the stairs now. Now, the typical medical system says, hey, be lucky you're alive. But he's like, well, actually, there's a lot more to living than breathing. And so, in a sense, it was trying to get them back to some semblance of quality of life.
Through his microscope, you can see what's hidden from plain view. This is healthy human blood. This long COVID patient blood with tiny blood clots causing issues. Dr. Vaughn says he's had the freedom to get the resources and do the research because their organization is independent. But he's collaborated with other researchers at Harvard, Yale, Mount Sinai, and others in South Africa and England in learning how to treat patients.
The ability to kind of take that bench science and apply it to what I was already seeing in the clinic, and then utilize medicines that are already FDA approved for other things, and then try to help people get better, was what I just decided to do.
It's what the Sink family says helped them.
It's help. He's been doing this for 4 years. I've watched thousands of people go through miraculous stories of people he's treated. He's treated us. There's hope.
And James Riley, going from numerous treatments not working to now rock climbing and significant strides in getting better. Brittany Decker, WVTM 13.
A nonprofit foundation was established to support research for patients dealing with long COVID. Dr. Vaughn says he aims to provide hope, healing, and effective treatments for those affected by long COVID and vaccine injuries. You can learn more at mvresearch.org.
The Greater Birmingham Humane Society